Hello there, gamers. Everyone's a wonderful day today. It's marvelous to see you guys. Everyone's doing great. I am slightly sick, but it's okay. What's flipping so much more important is this bananas fire sale inside of here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. For the first time in, I think, over a year. It's possible that it could be in over a year because these are like, these don't look so good. I'm thinking for the first time in over a year, the players will be rewarded with an extremely high value fire sale. Because look at that right there. Oh my gosh. So it's like a continuation of the original sheep set from way back here. Because it's been almost 5 years since this one was done. Let's see, November 2020. So obviously none of the colors were duplicated because that will absolutely never ever happen. At no circumstance will skins ever be like rerun. Like there will never be another black sheep again. But these are all new colors, right? And it's the same, like it's, you know, it's the same skin, but it's like, you know, like obviously different colors. And like the gem price is the same and the quantities are the same. So it's like a perfect continued set. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And I just flipping got banned. Let's go. Anyways, like obviously gonna be very flipping expensive on the auction house, which is gonna be fantastic because all these other skins, like the issue that I have with like the last like 3+ pages of skins is the quantities are just like, they don't make any flipping sense whatsoever. You know, like 4,000 flipping genie goblin skins is just like, it's too many. It's way too many. The amount that the skin sells for on the auction house is less than if the players had just bought cookies. That is like, I think that's so messed up and like it should not be like that whatsoever. Skin should always be more than cookies. So the players who are, you know, ready to go and use code swavy in the Hypixel Store, you know, like they're gonna be massively flipping rewarded because the price can be so high in the auction house. It's just gonna be so beautiful. I'm just gonna buy one single of each one of them just so that I have like the perfect sheep set to go with my like original full set back here. I'm very excited for this. I think this is super cool because it's just, you know, for the first time in over a year, the players are gonna get like a huge win out of this. Like it's not gonna be another skin that just like, you know, indefinitely declines to flipping 0 coins where like the players could have got more if they had just bought cookies. These skins will go crazy in a few months. I think they'll go crazy immediately, 1 single second after the fire sale ends. I can't wait for them to sell out and then people in the stream be like, Swavy, I got one and I just sold it for 500 million. That's gonna be so cool. Why is Hypixel doing this? To reward the players. The players have gotten screwed on like the last flipping 100 fire sales. This will be a massive reward for the players. Which one do you think will do the best? They're saying gray because it's close to black, but it's not black though. It's gray. I think like flipping blue or something. Is it worth it? I didn't see it. Oh, I'm like is it worth it to buy one of these or 2 cookies? Obviously one of these, bruh. I hate that my voice is going. Are you gonna go for one of each? Yeah. I think I'm probably gonna spam click on gray because people think gray is gonna be the most. So if I can get gray, and then I think I'll buy the rest of them off the auction house. Speaking of coins, I also wanted to show this as well because I think it's kind of fascinating. My account net worth has dropped by almost 2 trillion coins, which is a flipping like spectacular decline. This number used to say almost 3 trillion. Now it only says 1 trillion. Bro, how will we ever financially recover from this? What am I going to do only having 1 trillion flipping coins? This is what the net worth leaderboard used to look like way back. I got almost hit 3 trillion. I don't think I ever actually did. And then this is what it looks like now. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. How will we ever recover from this? He's broke. That's what I'm saying. This, you know, looks pretty fascinating. How it's just like crazy straight up and then like, you know, big V-shape drop back down. Like I guess I just wanted to like, you know, talk about like why this has happened. Like what, like 90% of my account value is in these, you know, pages of skins that I have here, and the skins have, you know, declined, and as a result, you know, my net worth has dropped by what is it, like 60-some%, 66%, whatever, from 3 trillion to 1 trillion. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like it's just the way that it goes because, you know, like the skins just went up like so rapidly that it could definitely be argued that this is like not flipping sustainable, especially like this right here. Like, look at that jump. Like what is that? Like from January 12th to 17th, my net worth went up by 400 billion in 5 days. And that's just like not a flipping sustainable, you know, increase. Even this right here is crazy. It's like 200 billion in flipping 1 day. Why they drop so much? It just moves in waves. You know, the black sheep used to be, you know, cheap on the auction house, right? And then people realized, you know, oh shoot, this suck is like really flipping limited and there's not very many of these. So then it went up to like 2-ish billion, and it sat at 2 billion for like multiple years before, you know, going crazy. And now the net worth values 161 billion. I don't know how accurate that really is, but it's certainly worth more than 2 billion, right? It was, you know, stuck at 2 billion for forever. Then it went up a lot, and now it's come down a little bit, but it's still up like so much, right? Like, you see what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, skins are down, but they're up so much still from, you know, where they once were. Like, does this mean that I should flip and sell everything because they're going to go lower? No, I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to go much lower than they already are right now. And I do think at some point in the future, this same sort of situation will happen again. Like, I would not be surprised to look at this chart in like, you know, a year or so and then see some sort of situation where it's like this, right? You know, like, is it a flipping guarantee that this is the bottom right here and then that's when it's going to start going back up? No, it could come way down here first before it starts going up. But I do think that at some point, you know, the decline will stop, and the skins are still as limited, if not more limited than they were before. It's just at the moment people are not as interested. It just moves in waves. So guys, how much the first sheep's gonna be worth? 300 mil. I think 300 million ish probably makes sense. What it could be like a week from now is totally up in the air. It just depends on how rich the rich players are right now and how interested they are in the skins. That's ultimately what it comes down to. I'm so excited for people in the stream to say, swavy, I got one using code swavy in the HYPIXEL store, and I just sold it on the auction house for 350 million. That's gonna be so cool. Does New Irwin still have all those flipping red sheepskins? I'd assume his profile still looks the same, right? Yeah, this is all of them. This is a crazy collection too. These rabbits, these are so old at this point. You know, obviously the neon red sheepskin collection. This thing is so cool. The thing with this is you know, you can never sell this, right? It's like it's unsellable. I never liked the idea of doing like skin hoards because it's impossible to sell them. You can always sell one of each skin because there's always a player that wants to buy one of each of the old skin. But nobody wants to buy flipping 120 neon red sheets. It doesn't make any sense. Like, no one has that much money. How does this guy have so much? 52 billion purse. That probably explains it. Bro, how does he have like 500 billion? What in here is worth that much? This is not really that much money. Where's the other like 350 billion though? Oh, that's it right there. Holy, I didn't even notice it. I've been overlooked it a bunch of times, so that would explain it. But I did see something else too. Someone in the guild sent the screenshot, and it was a screenshot of the most recent Shen, and there was a racing helmet inside of it. There's this dude that bid 92 billion on the last racing helmet. 92 billion. Like, that's an absurd amount of coins just to have on like one player account. So, you know, I was curious, like, what's the situation here? So like I messaged him and I asked, you know, why'd you bid 92 billion? And he said, I didn't mean to. So what I think he did is he's probably had 92 billion, which I'll get to in just a second. And I bet he wanted to flex it. So he came in here and he clicked on this, and then he clicked on custom bid. And I bet you he typed in 92 billion and then probably clicked escape or E to close the menu. But if you click escape, look, it tried to actually send that through as a bid. So bro cooked himself. He typed in the number to get the screenshot, closed the menu. It actually sent the bid and then rip his 92 billion coins. So that was the first part of my message. I wanted to know, like, why did you do that? And he said I didn't mean to, which, you know, that's pretty flippant. That sucks. But then I asked him, you know, okay, well, how'd you get those coins though? Because, you know, I mean, 92 billion is a lot of coins, right? To have in like on one single account, like, that's an insane amount of money just to have in straight coins. And he said, I sold skins. Right? Which is all like basically what I was expecting him to say. That's why I messaged him, because I wanted to know, you know, like, did you use code swavy in the Hypixel store to save 5%? And that's how you got 92 billion? Did you do floor 7 for like years straight and dropped, you know, 100 handles? He said he had sheepskins and he sold them, which I find to be very interesting because, you know, really we talking about these sheepskins up here because the flipping Sug has been telling me swavy, it's fake net worth. It's all fake. Skins are worthless. They're only cosmetic. Hyperions are the only thing that matters. No one cares about skins, swavy. They all just have fake net worth values. You can't actually sell the skins for real coins. Like, yeah? Really, bruh? What about these 92 billion coins? That's insane. So it, you know, it just goes back to what I've been saying for years, that the, you know, the skins are worth more than whatever flipping value they're currently at, especially the first 3 pages. So, you know, if you have excess coins and like want to invest those coins and you don't necessarily need them right now, then buy like anything on these first 3 pages. The first page is kind of inaccessible to most people, but some of these up here are like still realistic. I'm not going to say any, like, you know, specifically, but there's a lot on this page that are still within reasonable prices.